Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to explain about this parts of speech. This is the unit 8 in your TOEFL preparation book. Yeah, this is TP2 unit 8 parts of speech. In this unit, the first one is there is a review about nouns. Why is it a review? Because actually the first book TP1 has discussed it. So let's just make it quick in this review. For nouns can be divided into singular noun and plural noun. Yeah, singular noun and plural noun. Singular countable nouns, you can check them out in your book. Just read the explanations here. They don't take s or es in the ending. For example, if it is singular, you say a car, you don't say a cars. So the correct one is without s. Yeah, and then one bus, you don't say one buses without s. And then usually singular countable noun, they are used after a or an, after one, after this, after that, after a single, another, each, and after every. Yeah, for example, you say a book, yeah, an apple, one book, this book, that book, a single person, another person, yeah, followed by singular. And then singular countable noun, use the article a or an when referring to non-specific thing. For example, you say a book, it means the book is not specific. It can be any book. A house, it can be any house, so it is not specific. And then we use the article the when referring to things in general or to represent a class. Yeah, for example, the rose, it means refer to rows in general. And then the whale, it means whales in general. Yeah, refer to things in general or represent a class. We also use article the when referring to specific things, like the book, it means a specific book. So it's different with a. When you say a book, it is not specific, but when you say the book, it is specific. The book is already identified. Yeah, you know which book that the speaker mean. And then plural countable nouns, plural countable, don't take article a or an, because a or an is for singular. So you don't say a students. See, this is students plural. You don't say a students because students plural. A is once again for singular. And then plural countable nouns can also come after the following words: all, some of the, a few of, many of, a lot of, and then followed by plural. For example, all students, some books, some of the let's say some of the chairs, yeah, may come after these following words. And then may also take irregular forms. Plural countable can be irregular. For example, like babies, see, the singular is baby with y, right? But when you make it into plural, you cannot put s after it. You have to make it into ies. That's irregular. Okay, you may check it out in your book. And then uncountable noun generally do not take plural form. Yeah, uncountable is usually singular. So you say sugar, not sugars. Yeah, sugars plural, right? But because sugar is uncountable, so you don't use s. It should be sugar without s, or it should be singular. Once again, uncountable nouns usually take singular form, not plural. And then may have s endings, but they are singular. Even though they have s, it does mean that they are plural. For example, mathematics, news, we can see that there is s, right? But once again, they are not. These words are not plural, they are singular. Mathematics, singular. News, singular. Measles, singular. Mums, singular. Okay, although they have s. And then they may come after the following words: much, little, a little, an amount of. Yeah, and then they are not used with the following words. Uncountable nouns don't use a or an, so you don't say a sugar, right? You don't say a water. No, we don't use this. Yeah, we don't use this with uncountable noun. Okay, and then nouns on article, article, yeah. Article is a, an, or the. This is article, a, an, or the. And then article a is used for nouns starting with consonant sound. Remember, we focus on the sound, yeah, not the letter, not the alphabet. So we see here unit. Why we don't use an, although it is, if you can see here, this is vowel letter, right? But when we pronounce it, we use sound of y, unit. That's why we use a unit. Remember, we don't focus on the letter, but we focus on the sound, whether it is consonant sound, yeah, or vowel sound. Okay, and then the article the is used with adjective, and then with superlative, with words such as first, next, last, same, and only. Don't forget to use the with these words like the first, the next, the last. Okay, and then review of pronouns, forms of others, non-referential, it, and their subjects. I'm just going to skip this because you have learned this in TP1. Now I want to let's see, look at this. Nouns referring to persons and things. Nouns referring to persons and things. So noun can be a person, can be a thing, yeah. For example, collector, it is a person, and then collection, it is a thing. Creator, it is a person. Creation, it is the thing. Okay, so noun can be the person, can be the thing. So how do you know it? You may check the ending of the words. If the ending is or, usually it is the person, the person. And then eon is usually the noun for the thing, yeah. And then is, this is the person. E or ent, this is also for the person, like resident, participant, ended with n, it is the person. Okay, if it is ended with uns, yeah, usually this is the thing. And then ian, technician, yeah, musician, that's the person. And then others, you can use this expression, yeah. Okay, that's how to differentiate whether it is person or the thing. Once again, noun can be the person, can be the thing. And then now we talk about the strategies in answering TOEFL question. The first one, make sure that nouns referring to person or things are correctly used. Yeah, for example, underline the words, underline the nouns that refer to persons, and circle the nouns that refer to things. So you have to identify whether the noun is referring to the person or the thing, and then which one is wrong. Correct the mistakes. Here, number one, Wordsworth, Keats, and Shelley are among the most famous poems. Now, the noun that we have here is poems. Poems is a noun, but the question is it referring to person or thing? Okay, referring to a person or thing. While poem is referring to the thing, not the person. Yeah, the person is poet. Okay. See, can you see this? Yeah, poet, this is the person. Poems is the thing. So it is incorrect then. Yeah, most famous poets. And then his collector of shells amazes his friends. Here we have noun collector. Yeah, the question is it the person or the thing? What do you think? Yeah, alright, this one is wrong. Yeah, it's supposed to be his collection. His collection of shells amazes his friends. Yeah, because we talk about the thing, not the person. His followed by the thing. And then his main criticism is unfair to unmarried women. What do you think? What noun do we have here? Yeah, we have criticism. Now what you have to do is you have to check whether it is correct or incorrect. Okay, and then the next one, the new gardening has been working for them for only a few months. What do you think? Which one is the noun here? Is it the? Is it new? Is it gardening? Is it has? Is it been? Is it working? Which one is it? Well, the answer is gardening. Okay, But the question is, once again, is it correct to use gardening here? Do we need the thing or do we need the person? That's the question. And then for number 5, the statistics show that there has been an increase in violence. Which one is the noun? Okay, violence, that's a noun. The question is, once again, is it correct to use violence here? Do we need person or do we need the thing here? Okay, so this is to check your understanding. That's a strategy. Okay, so you have to be sure whether the noun used in the sentence is referring to the person or referring to the things. Okay, and then we have the sample item. This is the type of question that you are going to have in TOEFL test. This is identifying the mistake. There are 4 options: A, B, C, and D. One of them is wrong. Okay, one of them is wrong. So you have to check whether A or B or C or D is wrong. Let's look at this. In 1774, Antoine Lavoisier, a French chemistry, built a solar furnace with a 5-foot wide lens to collect the sun's ray. So the noun here is, we have chemistry, right? This is the noun. But here, is it correct to use chemistry? Chemistry is the thing, right? Actually, what we need is the person, right? Not the noun. So the correct one is chemist, not chemistry. Okay, so that's the strategy. And then we have another sample item. Florence Nightingale's greatest achievement was to raise nurse to the level of a respectable profession for women. Okay, the noun that we have here is women, and we also have nurse. So which one is the mistake? If you look at this, the mistake is C. Yeah, option C is wrong. It's supposed to be with in nursing, not the person, but supposed to be the thing. Okay, that's the strategy for the first one. And then the next one, the next strategy. Okay, all right, the next part is, it is talking about verbs. Yeah, verbs forms may be classified as follows. It can be base form of a verb, it can be infinitive, gerund, past participle, simple past form. Simple past form means verb 2. Yeah, base form of the verb is the bare verb, yeah, without any suffix, without any ending. So we start, think. Many people say that it is verb 1. Start, think, draw, write, run, let. This is base form. Infinitive, we call it infinitive. It's to infinitive. Yeah, to start, to think, to draw, to write. It started with to, and then base form of the verb. That's infinitive. Then gerund, we use ing for gerund. Starting, thinking, drawing. And then past participle is actually verb 3. Past participle is verb 3, and then simple past form is verb 2. Okay, these are the examples. Okay, you may read them all by yourself in your book. Now the strategy. Strategy number 1. We use the base form of the verb after modals. Yeah, modals, what are they? Modals are, for example, will, can, or may. So after will, can, or may, you have to use base form of a verb. For example, here, he is already 2 years old, but he still cannot to walk. This sentence is wrong. Why? Because if we look at here, we have modal can in negative, cannot. And remember, after modal, we have to use base form. Base form means without any ending, without any prefix. Yeah. So instead of saying cannot to walk, the correct one is he still cannot walk without to. So we don't use to. Okay, why? Because of modal. Modal must be followed by base form of a verb. So the mistake is here. And then number 2, if you come late again, she may not letting you come in. It's very easy. The modal is may, and then it is using negative form, may not. After modal, we have to use base form of the verb, so we cannot use ing. Yeah, we cannot use letting, so we have to use let. She may not let you come in. Number 3, he is sorry, he want to be able to help you. Again, we have modal want. Want is actually will not. After modal, we cannot use to. Okay, so the correct one is he won't be able. Right? And then the next one, use infinitive to show purpose. Yeah, to show purpose. For example, here underline the wrong construction and correct them. He comes here working, not to spend leisure time. The purpose of why, if we ask ourselves why does he come, why, what for, that's the purpose, right? What for? He comes here to work, so it is not working, but we say to work. We use infinitive. He comes here to work. Why we use infinitive? Because we want to show purpose. Okay, he comes here to work, not to spend leisure time. Do you understand? The next one, she wakes up early every morning so that preparing breakfast for the family. Okay, what is the purpose here? We can ask why, right? Why she wakes up early, right? Why she wakes up early? She wakes up early every morning so that preparing breakfast for the family. The mistake is preparing, so we can say she wakes up early every morning to prepare breakfast. So we say to prepare, not so that preparing. To prepare breakfast for the family. And then number 3, they leave the house early for avoid traffic. Again, we can ask question why they do that, why they leave the house early, and the purpose is to, not for, yeah, to avoid traffic. Okay, so once again, to show purpose, we use to infinitive. And then there is a sample item. Today's circuses often perform in stadium and auditoriums. The answer is to avoid, because we want to show purpose. Okay, and then the next one is the infinitive form after adjective. Infinitive form after adjective. Let's look at this. Yeah, the next one is we can use infinitive after adjective. Once again, after adjective we can use infinitive. For example, here it's easy that I understand why he was angry. What is the adjective? The adjective is easy, and after easy we can use infinitive, right? So we can say it's easy to understand, right? It's easy to understand why he was angry. Okay, that's the answer. So it's easy to understand why he was angry. After adjective we use to. Like number 2, it's wrong to lift a cat by its ears and legs. Now this is correct, yeah. After adjective we use to. Okay, and then sample item is necessary. Necessary is adjective. After adjective we can use infinitive, so the answer is to place. Okay, the next one we can use gerund. Yeah, gerund means ing, yeah. After preposition. Preposition is like in, on, at. Now after preposition we use gerund. For example, here after is preposition. So instead of saying to take, we can say after taking the final exam. Okay, after taking, not after to take. Why? Because after is a preposition. We use gerund after preposition. And then here, are they interested in going to the beach this weekend? The gerund is the preposition is in, so going is correct. Okay, and then the next one, another sample item. Edward Sapir pointed out that language is not a means of provide blah blah blah. Now of is a preposition, so it's supposed to be with ing after that, of providing. Okay, next one, number 5 here, we use past participle after the forms of be. The form of be is like be, being, am, is, are, was, were, been. Now this is the form of be. What do we use after be? We can use past participle. Past participle is verb 3. It means if you use to be and then past participle verb 3, it shows passive meaning. Okay, it shows passive meaning. And if you use have and then verb 3, it shows active meaning. Once again, to be plus verb 3 is passive. Have, yeah, have can be have, has, or had. Have plus verb 3, it is active. Okay. You can do the exercise yourself, but look at the sample item here. In many Western countries, circus schools where students can learn juggling, clowning, acrobatics, and other circus skills are setting up. See, we have to be. After to be, to make it passive, we need verb 3. So instead of saying are setting up, we use are set up to make it passive. Remember, to be plus verb 3 becomes passive sentence. And then the next one, in the Netherlands, people have used the canals that carry water from the land for ice skating, an extremely popular winter sport. Have, remember after have we use verb 3 to make it active meaning, yeah, to show active meaning. Have used with the. Okay. And then the simple past form is used with particular time markers. Now we use verb 2 when we talk about specific time in the past. Below are some of them, some of the time markers. For example, 3 years ago, 5 decades ago, 2 centuries ago. When you have ago, it means this is past tense, so we use past form of a verb or verb 2. Last month, last year, last decade, last blah blah blah, that's past tense. In specific time in the past, yeah, in 1960, in the 1970s, in the 18th century, it is past tense, so we use verb 2. Yesterday we also use verb 2. Okay, and then look at here in the early 1800s, so we talk about specific time in the past, it means we need to use verb 2. A small factory in Boston produces is not verb 2, so this is wrong. The correct one is using verb 2, produced. Alright, so don't forget. Okay, and then what else do we have? So I guess that's all for the strategies for this unit 8. Hopefully you can understand it, and we can discuss the exercise in the classroom. Okay, thank you for watching this explanation video. Bye bye.